Imaginati, and today I'm going to be starting Create This Book 2. I started Create This Book 1 when I first created my channel, and I finished it only just at the start of this year. But back then my drawing wasn't very good, and basically every page was just coloured pencils. So this time I'm going to be a lot more imaginative, use a lot more different materials, and generally spend a lot more time on each page. But anyway, let's get started. First page is just the title page, where I've put in my name, and I've also tried to make this as bright and colourful as I can, using rainbows, which has been a theme since the start of my channel. And then next up the page says fill this empty space, although I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this one yet, but I'll try and make it as interesting as I can. The next page is sort of a camo theme, but I've used yellow, green and blue instead of darker and more boring colours like brown. On this page I tried to use some colours that I don't usually use together, red and blue, because I want to make this as different as I can. This tips and tricks page tells you what you should use and what you shouldn't use on each page, as well as just general guidance. For example, on the front cover, the best materials to use are permanent markers, acrylic paint, and you're not meant to use felt tips or watercolour paint, because they could smudge. And then on the rest of the pages in the book, you can use pens, acrylic paints, pencils, coloured pencils, lots of different materials. And it also gives you some guidance on how to use wet media and how to protect your artwork. But anyway, now all that boring stuff's out of the way, we've got another page that I'm going to be completing in this video. It says decorate it with things that remind you of new beginnings. So I'll be doing rabbits, flowers, lots of things to do with spring. And we've got another rainbow page here. Just makes it more bright and colourful and interesting. I'm going to start off by doing this page. This is the equivalent of that page from Create This Book 1. So as you can see, the bar isn't set that high. I've decided to draw Pluto, the dog from Disney. So I'm going to get straight into that now. I don't especially like filming colouring because I think it's a bit boring, but I will do if there's some interesting shading or something. But I have just noticed this bit which says if you've already completed Create This Book, the first one, then you may notice some differences. They may require some brainstorming, but you're a seasoned pro and you can handle it, which is true. For colouring, I usually like to do some kind of cool transition. So now that's done, it's time to move on to the next page. This one is Create a Fresh Start. It's got a kind of prompt, although it's not actually starting the prompts yet. You've got to decorate this page with things that remind you of new beginnings. But first we need to clean it up a bit with a rubber, because this page is imprinted onto this when I've closed the book. The main picture is going to be a rabbit turning a book over to the next page. The old page will be with stuff from Create This Book 1, and the second page will just be blank, the one that's being turned over. It's like a fresh start. And the rabbit's going to be holding the book. Also around the edge I might do some flowers and things like that. official pencil, and for the rose I actually forgot how to draw it, so I had to look back at my own video how to draw flowers. On the book, so it isn't all plain, I might do something on this bit, which is going to be the old page, and then this is going to be turning over the new blank page. I might do some things from Create This Book 1, although I'm not sure yet, so I'm going to leave that till the end. Now that's done, all that's left to do is the beginning date. I wasn't sure whether I should do the day I got the book, the day I started doing things in it, maybe the day I did the first prompt, but I couldn't really remember any of those dates, and I decided to do it as the date I wrote the beginning date, which is the 4th of July. So today I'm starting Create This Book 2, at least officially anyway. I've made a lot of progress since the start of Create This Book 1 through 37 episodes, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much I've made by the end of Create This Book 2, however long that takes. So the final thing to do were my goals for this book. The first one was to use an array of different media, because in Create This Book 1 I mostly use coloured pencils, and the second one is to try different styles of art, because most of my pages in Create This Book 1 and also the introduction pages in this book have been cartoons. And then next I've put to spend more time on each page, just so it can be the best quality it can. And finally I've put to have fun and be creative. If you want to see more of Create This Book 2 episodes, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like, as it helps this video out a lot and it only takes a second. See you next time. Bye!